peak hours. A feasibility study in 2006 and then again in 2014 cost the taxpayers approximately 17 million lives. Yet today, the road is still incomplete and no progress. If any, has been very slow, to say the least. However, it has been shown that upgrading this road would prevent the loss of thousands of lives each year, as well as improve economic development for the people, reduce access community distancing, and provide greater access to work opportunities. It is quite clear that by not working within this on time frames to upgrade this large stretch of road, this department and government is in fact having negligently. They are aware of the depth of this road, but have toyed with the allocation budget to this road by making the people believe that changes is coming soon. Honorable Chairperson, while road is one of the biggest concerns in relation to transport department obligation, there are other areas that are suffering during the poor maintenance. The potholes in Mbalula, Northwest, Free State, Gauteng, and KwaZulu-Natal create severe obstacles to the development of our economy, cause huge damage and inflict injuries on road users. We also have enormous sinkholes, which also pose a danger to the well-being of our road users, especially on the R71 from Free State to Okasamba. This tells us that this department is not only failing to build Gauteng, Mpumalanga, and Limpopo through the Moroto Road project, but also other important stretches of road in this country. The IFP call on this department to provide quarterly reports on the Moroto Road and corridor project. Each quarter, the minister must appear before the department to account for the expenditure and progress. Civil society groups must also be invited to raise concern during each quarter regarding the progress in this regard. We support the committee's call for this department to provide a comprehensive nationally, provincially, and municipal account on all road maintenance and expenditure. They must also submit a 3-month forecasting at all road maintenance to be completed. In closing, Honorable Chairperson, this department must seek to rectify the issues with the payment to the tax industry as per the COVID-19 relief fund. The lack of attention paid to resolving this issue will have severe consequences on commuters using public transport. In the form of increasing costs, government is pleased to pledge to use the impact of South Africans through making funds available to ease the burden of the rise in transportation costs, and so too, it needs to be paid attention to the tax industry. Honorable Chairperson, Minister, accounting officers, MEC from different provinces should actually arrested for their failing their constitutional mandate. The IFP do reject this budget. Thank you very much.
Thank you. We will now proceed to the FF plans and invite the Honorable May.
Thank you. Een van die belangrijkste komponente van 'n gesonde en groeiende ekonomie is 'n goeie vervoerstelsel. Die grootte van die begroting van vervoer is 'n weerspieëling van hoe belangrik vervoer is vir die regering van die dag. Die afgelope jare het die openbare vervoerstelsel byna tot stilstand gekom, terwyl die begroting ook nie voldoende was nie. Ons kan vandag in Suid-Afrika sê dat die enigste openbare vervoer die van taksies is wat ongeveer 16 miljoen mense per dag vervoer. Sonder 'n volhoubare, betroubare en veilige vervoerstelsel kan geen land suksesvol wees nie. Op die mediumtermyn beplan die departement van vervoer om onderhoud op nasionale sowel as provinsiale paaie volhoubaar te maak en spoorvervoer te verbeter. Dit is verblydend om te sien dat waar SANRAL betrokke is, die paaie werklik in 'n goeie toestand is en gereeld opgradeer en onderhou word. Dit terwyl die provinsiale paaie in 'n baie swak toestand is en 'n groot gevaar vir motoriste inhou. In sekere gevalle word die begroting wat aan die provinsies gegee word, nie eers gebruik vir die onderhoud of vir die onderhoud van paaie nie, maar vir ander doeleindes is aangewend. Ek wil vandag vir u sê dat die beste ding wat ooit kan gebeur sal wees die dag as SANRAL alle paaie in Suid-Afrika oorneem, want die provinsies is eenvoudig net nie daartoe in staat om die paaie voldoende te beheer nie. In Suid-Afrika het ons onder die ou regering een van die beste treinstelsels gehad en ek het die afgelope tyd gewonder, nou waarom was sy so suksesvol? Nou, daar is 'n paar dinge wat vir my belangrik is en ek het al verskeie kere in die portefeulje komitee gesê, bring terug die Suid-Afrikaanse spoorwegpolisie. Want wat het gebeur in die ou bedeling? Die spoorwegpolisie beskik oor dissipline en hulle die veiligheid van passasiers gewaarborg. Die reiskoste was baie laag en het van die kliënte tot die grootste, van die kleinste tot die grootste dorpe en stede bedien. Treine was tydgebonde en altyd betroubaar. Ek wil sê, soos ek nou dag gelees van Kusato wat sê die weermag moet ingespan word om die diefstal van die elektriese kabels te verhoed. Ek dink dit is 'n baie goeie idee. Die ANC-regering probeer om alles self te doen. Dit is nie moontlik nie, hulle beskik nie oor die finansies nie. En daarom is dit verblydend om te verneem dat die regering ook nou gaan gebruik gemaak van die private sektor. Ek wil vandag vir u sê dat die ekonomie kan in Suid-Afrika groei, maar sonder hierdie ordentlike vervoerstelsel is dit eenvoudig net nie moontlik nie. As ons byvoorbeeld kyk na landbou, landbou is ook een van die grootste werkskeppers in Suid-Afrika. Maar wat doen baie boere? Hulle moet self hulle eie paaie in stand hou. Hulle spandeer honderde duisende rande op die herstel van voertuie. En daai geld moet eerder aangewend geword het vir uitbreidings en so op 'n ander manier weer nuwe werksgeleenthede te skep. Die oorsigbesoek aan Noordwes, Mbalula en KwaZulu-Natal was om die een woord te gebruik skokkend. Ek wil vir u sê, dit is duidelik dat op grondvlak absoluut niks gebeur nie. In 'n plek soos Rustenburg is daar 21 verkeersvoertuie, slegs 3 is in gebruik. Die ander 18 ons het self gaan besoek, staan geparkeer. Waarom? Omdat daar nie onderdele beskikbaar is nie, omdat die onderdele daar nooit vir onderdele betaal word nie. Ons moet onthou dat hoe verder dinge versleg, hoe minder gaan ons die paaie verbeter. En ek dink dit is tyd nou dat die regering werklik ingryp en ook kyk na die mense op grondvlak, want ek voel baie keer hulle saboteer die regering. In Suid-Afrika praat ons baie oor mense wat sterf in ongelukke, maar ek dink soos my vorige spreker genoem het van die Kata, moet ons kyk aan die Molotto-pad in Mpumalanga. Die afgelope 13 jaar was daar meer dan 10.000 sterftes op daai pad. Op pad na Mpumalanga toe het ons op 'n ongelukstoneel afgekom waar 2 persone so pas gesterf het. Die gemeenskap het ons ook ingelig dat die vorige lede van die parlement 'n belofte gemaak het dat hulle treinstelsel sou instel vanaf daai gebied tot in Pretoria. Dit het nie gebeur nie. En dan is die pad wat die SANRAL doen, is wel in 'n proses, maar ek dink dit kan ook vinniger geskied. Ek wil net noem die siening van die komitee van vervoer is dat senior poste vinniger gevul moet word. Begroting vergroot moet word om totale verval te stuit. Oorsigbesoeke moet meer plaasvind. Slaggate moet vinniger herstel word en die vervoer van pad na spoor moet absoluut as dringend beskou word. Voorsitter, dankie.
Thank you. We now invite the ACDP and recognize the Honorable
vendors who depend on a cheaper mode of transport, which is trains, go to the markets and spend most of what they make as a living. When there is no safe, efficient public transport, emergencies become life-threatening and family time after work becomes a luxury. The ACDP has some serious concerns about the department's spending patterns from the budget of 69.1 billion rand. The financing of consultants is set to increase by 73.3% this year. This is outrageous. An amount of 3.5 million was spent on consultants last year, and this year a budget of 13.1 million has been allocated. We believe this is wasting money that should be helping people and that should be making sure that our roads are right for safe traveling. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable.
Thank you.
Honorable members, as I call on the Deputy Minister of Transport, Honorable Chikunga, I will now invite the Honorable Acting Chair Lesoma to preside over this budget vote. The Honorable Deputy Minister.
Honorable House Chairperson, Minister of Transport, Honorable Fikile Mbalula, MSCs of Transport, Honorable Members of Parliament, our honored guests, ladies and gentlemen. Chairperson.
Honorable Deputy Minister, unfortunately we can only see the wall, and would appreciate that we only see you yourself rather than the whole audience that is in there. Please, can they allow your camera to go to you?
Yes, Chair.
It's not yet, please. If you can zoom into the Deputy Minister, please. Oh. I don't know what to say now. Honorable Deputy Minister.
We must fix the roads first.
Honorable Metro, you are out of order. Please don't do that. Don't do that. What is happening, Honorable Deputy Minister? I think we are taking more time. Yes, that's much better. Oh my God, they changed it again. Proceed, Honorable Deputy Minister. If they can only be quiet, although it's very disturbing, I don't know, I can't stop you from proceeding now.
Chairperson.
It has everybody on the picture, and that's not what we would want to see. We want to see the Deputy Minister speaking. Please. It was right, they changed it again. Proceed, Honorable Deputy Minister.
Thank you very much, Chairperson. There is no keener revelation of a nation's soul than the way it embraces change, endures devastating adversity, and amidst all, choose a purposed path of unity and Ubuntu. As South Africans, we are a diverse, inclusive, and resilient nation. We are a country adorned with a fierce, resolute tenacity. A people who are not afraid to rise, clear the path, rebuild, adapt, and serve.
I'm sorry to disturb you again, Honorable Deputy Minister. I see a hand of the Honorable Papo. Honorable Papo. Your hand is up. Should we proceed?
You have addressed the issue because I was worried with the head on the screen next to the minister. And it's distracting us. That's fine.
Yes. Happening, the cameras are still not actually projecting the minister as it's supposed to be, and really this frustrates us, but we have to proceed. Now we only see the wall. I can see that. Minister, I think You have to proceed because we can hear you, but now we can only see the wall. Thank you.
Thank you, Chairperson. People who are not afraid to rise, clear the path, rebuild, adapt, and save. And as the transport sector, we are the heartbeat of economic growth and social development. We play a critical role in the economic recovery and reconstruction plan. In this regard, for this financial year, we have prioritized skills development and training in order to organically build capabilities and capacity of the transport sector. We have also continued to recruit young talent, especially women and persons with disabilities, either as interns or as new entrants or even senior executives. The total budget for training and skills development for the year 2022-23 is 26.8 million rands, of which 15.4 million rand, which is 57%, is for our university bursary program, from where we are funding 330 students per year who are studying various transport qualifications at 13 South African tertiary institutions. Some have graduated, others are graduating even this year. I must appreciate the immense commitment by our SOE state-owned entities who have recognized the importance of skills development and training as critical to the greater agenda of transforming and capacitating the sector. We also appeal to the private sector to partner and or collaborate with the department to ensure that our young people find employment and improve skills capacity of the sector. We applaud Coca-Cola Beverage South Africa, CCBSA, for collaborating with the department to drive skills development in transport, freight and logistics by ensuring placement of our students to gain practical work experience. This partnership will see 10 students commencing their internship at CCBSA in June this year. More work will be done to create opportunities for participation by young people in the same Coca-Cola Beverage South Africa learnership program that accommodates 700 learners. It is important to highlight that throughout the transport sector, we have ensured the implementation of a gender-responsive budgeting approach. Such a commitment will ensure that we fight the scourge of gender-based violence and femicide. Honorable members, as the transport sector, we were hard hit by COVID-19 and we lost quite a number of our capable employees. I must commend our national and provincial departments as well as our SOEs, employee health and wellness units, for heightening and strengthening preventative measures and providing tremendous psychosocial support to infected and affected employees and their families. We extend our heartfelt condolences to all the families of the fallen employees across the transport sector. Chairperson, we committed ourselves to appoint the required skills, experience, and expertise, especially at senior and executive levels, whilst ensuring that we continue to apply a gender, disability, and youth-sensitive strategy on human capital development. To this end, we are proud to inform the House that we now have 5 capable women CEOs in our 12 state-owned entities. These women run the ATNS, AXA, SACA, Ports Regulator, and the Rail Safety Regulator. We must commend our minister and boards for responding so positively to the call to transform our sector. As a matter of fact, we also have one DDG, woman DDG in the transport department for the first time. We have also appointed the Chief Executive Officer of the CPRTA. We are in the process of board appointments where board tenure are about to expire or have vacancies. We have also appointed both the Air Services Licensing Council and the International Air Services Council. These appointments will clear the backlog of all the pending and amendment applications that have been lodged by the airlines. Honorable members, in relation to the implementation of public transport universal design and access, which seeks to improve the mobility needs of persons with disabilities, all public and private transport operators will be required to conduct audits of existing infrastructure, fleet composition, and operations against legislated minimum norms and standards. House Chairperson, this financial year we have proposed a number of policy and legislative amendments in an effort to seek efficiencies and cost effectiveness in the running of our state-owned entities. With a modest budget of 42 million rand for the 22-23 financial year, the Ports Regulator of South Africa will continue to implement the multi-year tariff methodology and tariff strategy to ensure that the pricing of both the port infrastructure and the services and facilities provided in the 8 commercial ports owned by the National Ports Authority (NPA) are cost reflective and, where applicable, adjusted for inflation. The 2022-23 is not only the last financial year for which the current tariff methodology is applicable, it is also the first year that the regulator will be setting tariffs for a corporatized NPA in line with Section 3.2 of the National Ports Act 12 of 2005. With corporatization affecting the treatment of the various elements within the tariff methodology, the Ports Regulator will be reviewing the tariff methodology and its applicability for 2023-2024. This is to ensure the financial and operational sustainability of the NPA as corporate entity under Transnet Group, with a focus on the valuation of the assets, taxation, and elements impacting on the credit metrics of the NPA. The Ports Regulator approved an average inflation-linked 4.5% tariff adjustment with the discounts and incentives. These discounts include a 60% rebate on vessels taking on bunkers, 30% on license fees for license holders, and lastly 30% discount for South Africa flag vessels on marine charges. Honorable members, on rail safety, it is critical that we inform the House that in this financial year, the RSR will commence with the development and implementation of a digitized and integrated information management system to meet the requirements set out in the RSR Act. The IMS will deliver data integrity to support operational intelligence in assuming the effectiveness of the RSR's compliance activities. The RSR concluded 2 research reports on level crossings and personal safety on trains. These research papers will create a body of knowledge on actions and strategies that are necessary to improve safety levels in the reached areas as well as level crossings. In this financial year, the Rail Safety Regulator has been allocated a total budget of 278 million rands. Honorable House Chair, the Minister of Transport, Honorable Fikile Mbalula, announced on the 1st of July 2021 that the ARTO rollout will be implemented in 4 phases. Most of the activities in the implementation project schedule are close to completion. However, some of them, RTIA will embark on ARTO legislative training and awareness, increase readiness, ensure access, particularly in rural areas, for the anticipated national rollout.